You think Joe Lacob's salty this morning? Hell yeah, he's salty.
Yeah, well, he owns the team.
Steve Kerr, you heard him last night? He's salty.
He coaches the team.
We haven't even heard. Hold on. We haven't even heard this one yet.
I mean, their chemistry and cohesion, they don't ever get rattled, which is why it hurts to have had the game won a couple times in the fourth and just couldn't maintain momentum. And, I mean, obviously against them, it happened a couple times last year, too. It's a tough one to swallow because we played well enough, even with our kind of dry spells and boneheaded turnovers. We still had enough, to have a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter and lose.
So, tough one to swallow. Now, somebody's saying that I got a bigger head since I've been on TV the last couple of years. No, my head has gotten bigger. I wear a size 8 now.
Well, it was huge to begin with.
Right. So
I'm talking about not like egotistically.
Yeah. No, it's saying my head, physically, my head has gotten bigger. Now, egotistically, I'm the same dude.
But when you're this salty, it is as if you've been brined. You know what brining is, right?
No, what's brining?
Brining is like a process. Like, let's say you have a turkey. You soak it in salt water. And it's kind of like marinating. Yeah. It kind of loosens up the meat and tenderizes it and everything. And it can do it for a couple days, weeks. Yep. Everyone's got their own processing. So when you show up in a day like today and you're salty, I'm going to start calling you Brian Bonte.
Okay, please do. Well, it's also 4.5 hours of sleep. Watching the fourth quarter back in an Uber on the way to work because I didn't feel like driving.
I mean,
was like,
the sacrifices that you make just for the show. I know. I appreciate it.
It's a lot of sacrifice.
Thank you.
Yeah. No,
You're
not
a team
really.
player.
No, not really.
The gravity that you possess on air.
I don't possess it.
It elevates all of us.
All right, stop being condescending. Don't do that because you're going to make me salty again. I'm going to lose my cool.
You're brining.
Well, I walked in here and you guys are talking about the golden at bat. And Lutman, for once we agree on something, you guys with baseball purists want to have this golden at bat. And I'm like,
I'm just open to it. I'm open to it.
I found out.
I think you're a little bit more than open to it.
I'm all in.
I found out through the grapevine. Of course, Benoni's all in. He's a confused sports fan. He thought Babe Ruth was overrated. But I found out.
I said Mike Trout was better.
That's what that dumb. Oh, boy. You should have probably
I would take Mike Trout on the Giants right now.
You probably should have kept the mic off. Please don't trade for Mike Trout either.
Pre-game show Monday through Friday, 5 to 6.
Trading for Mike Trout would be like trading for Paul George.
I'm a pre-gamer.
Mike Trout's infinitely better at his sport than Paul George ever.
Well, it would be like trading for Paul George. Agree. Very similar. A lot of money on the books, old, hurt, all that stuff.
Where are you going?
Listen, where was I going? Because you kept cutting me off.
Said you found out.
Oh, that's what it was because you kept cutting me off. I forgot. David Sampson is on board with this idea. And so that's why I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm definitely out. When has David Sampson ever come up with a good idea?
Well, pitch clock.
As to folks in Miami.
Pitch clock.
Well, in fairness,
guy can't even walk down the street in South Beach.
The ballpark down there is really nice. It's just in the wrong spot, built in the wrong way with the wrong people's money.
Yes. Thank you.
Other than that, pretty good.
Other than that, yeah.
It's like
awesome.
Levi's.
Nick in Berkeley. What's up, Nick? What's going on? Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, my brothers. Hey, man, check it out, man. Stop all the whining. Let's win some games and win out. Warriors, buck up. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Don't start fading out because you can't take both of y'all losing all season, man. Because the Giants, I don't even know what to make of them. I don't even know. Like, I forgot about them completely almost. I mean, I need some big moves from Buster Posey bright in the day. You know what I mean? We need Christmas cheer around here. So we got to come out and win some games. Niner fans got to turn it up. You know, because, like, you know, it's like, man, I'm fired up. I'm going to stay hyped. I'm not going to quit. It's 5 games left. Man, if you guys get in the game, hit somebody. Mustafa was in there hidden. There are some positives, but more negatives than positives, I will admit. But, man, we got to buck up, man. We got to win some games. That's it.
All right, Dick. Buck up, win some games.
I felt like that call was coming from somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it's coming.
It's like he was wearing like a ski mask while calling. I mean,
he's underwater.
Louise.
Well,
you all right over there?
I'm just
rattled.
I'm not rattled.
You're like Brock Purdy when it drizzles a little.
I'm fine. I'm completely fine. Our technology broke down on NBC Sports Bay Area last night. We were completely fine. I'm completely fine right now. I'm built for talking after losses. To talk some of you guys off the legs.
I'm built for this.
You know, because guess what? 3 hours into the show, ain't nobody blaming Paz no more for the loss, huh? Because you finally realized that Paz didn't play in the last 503.
I'm sort of built for this.
I mean, you Matumbo'd us for about 3.5 hours.
I had to talk some sense into you guys. You guys get too emotional sometimes. So I got to come in.
The coach, the 4-time champion who has never in like 12 years really had any kind of crazy outburst at a podium when at one of his youngest players. It was a little surprising.
It's a little surprising. But it's a little surprising that everybody blamed him for the loss yesterday when they didn't score the last 2.5 minutes. And they got outscored 21-6 in the last 6. That's all I'm saying.
You think you think after 15 years of excellence, people are going to come on here like Steph Curry cost us that game? No, they'll never do that.
I'm not saying Steph. I don't blame individuals. This is a team loss, and the team is struggling to score in crunch time. Whether it's Brooklyn, San Antonio, New Orleans, doesn't matter. OKC, the team.
Yes, the pie chart of culpability. We're in agreement. You know?
So where does the pie chart of culpability go to Pods? Is he getting 25% of the slice?
No, he's got a slice.
He's got a little slice. They all have a little slice.
In the pie chart of culpability throughout the year, I think this has been kind of brewing and simmering, and now it brought over to a boil, and it topped over into the.
I love this.
Into the oven.
Bonte's definitely a bit salty right now. He needs to be more positive like Stuyvesant. I heard Stuyvesant yesterday coming at Goo.
Well,
I was like,
what?
Just everything. Yay! I was like, damn, Steiny. Whoa, let Guru breathe a little bit. Please.
Steiny,
you're more like me than you think you are.
Dude, could you imagine just a Bonte Steiny show?
Oh, we had them. They're really good shows,
just the
actually.
two of you?
Oh, yeah. We had some really good shows together.
Go ahead, go.
No, without Guru. Without Guru.
Oh, my God. That's so inside.
Yeah, that's so inside radio.
That's so inside I got pregnant.
Relax.
Dude, all right.
Festus Ezeli on the River House.
Whoa,
that was a joke. Come on, we can't laugh.
Relax. Oh, wait, Fezzy. Hey, Fezzy, whatever you can't say on television, you can say on the radio, Fezzy. There's no hashtag pause whatsoever on the radio. As Festus Ezeli, my brother from another mother, ABC Sports Bay Area, the NBA Champ, courtesy of the River Islands guest line joins us. You can say whatever you want to say, Fezzy. Whatever you want to say.
Up,
you want to raw dog it? Go ahead, raw dog it this morning. Who cares? Hashtag pause.
I'm just going to say this, man. You don't want to give me that leeway this morning. All right? I'm feeling pretty good right now about this.
Hey, Festus,
What's up, fellas?
I'm watching that game last night, and I just the way he just – I mean, this guy's over here spitting a sermon trying to bring you on. I hope he talks about me like that behind the scenes.
Probably not.
Nevertheless.
All the time, man.
You don't
peanut butter ain't the same without jelly. You know what I mean?
Who do I work with? Oh, London? Oh, yeah, the other guy, Shasky. Yeah.
Jesus.
No, I'm trying to keep this relationship good, man, when I leave.
We talk about you a lot.
All the time about you.
I actually showed Bully your video last night.
What did he say?
Go to sleep.
Hey.
You looked a little sleepy, dog. Too close to the camera.
When you're working out and you're up at 3:30 and you're coaching, you're dealing with a 1-year-old, life's a little busy. I'll sleep when I die. But Festus, honestly, I'm watching that game. Listen, there's no way they can lose this game. There's no way they can lose this game. There's no way they can lose this game. And then they lost that game. And it was a variety of issues. Their half-court offense. Okay, I'm starting here. I love Andrew Wiggins. This year, he's played great. But there are times where I'm like, why don't they just run a play for him at the block or at the mid block? Why does he fall to the back burner in this offense late in games?
I mean, those are things that they got to figure out, right? Because when you're going through a season where you're missing your number 2. All right, this is like the thing that we've talked about a little bit is you're missing Klay Thompson, and they've been trying to replace this guy all season long, and it's not an easy thing. Like, he's a guy who is not scared to take those big shots or make them at the end of the games. And now you're forcing and putting all this pressure on the Warriors' 5-out offense to just create something at the end of games. And so far, that has not been working. But the thing I will say that I love that I've seen so far is that they're actually in the position to win these games, which, I didn't, coming into the season, like you're looking at the talent on this roster and you're like, okay, how is this going to work? Man, the Warriors have a chance to still do something special with this roster, but they have a very thin margin of error. And so this season they're just trying to figure out how to close out games. And you have young guys who are still trying to figure that out. And I think these are valuable experiences for those young guys. So that's how I look at it. I think they're going to figure it out. They're going to figure out how to run sets at the end of games. I think those are going to be really important, especially, you see, like 5 minutes left in the game yesterday. You have the Warriors up 9. Foul, 3-point shooter, layup by Jokic. You got another, layup by Aaron Gordon. Like, you just have all these things happening at the end of the game. So you're like, are y'all trying to lose this game? These are things that you think about sometimes. But I think the Warriors are so talented right now still that they can find a way to come back, and they're still learning.
Fezzy, You play for Steve Kerr. You know Steve Kerr very, very well. Won the championship with Steve Kerr. Did you hear what he said about Pods last night?
What did he say?
I'm going to play it for you right now. Here's what Steve Kerr said after the game about Brandin Podziemski.
So Pod's a hell of a player, but he needs to, and I've told him this, he needs to be a smart player. He's one of our guys who's capable of making really good decisions. He had a lob when we were up 12 in the late second quarter that was frankly insane. It's a 5-on-4. You just keep hitting singles, throw the ball to the open guy. He had the same play last week against Brooklyn where he tried to throw a lob over his shoulder. He cannot be that guy, and he can't foul jump shooters. So I love Brandin. He's a hell of a player. He's got a hell of a future ahead of him. But I hope he watches this clip right now of me talking because he needs to hear it. He's got to be a smart, tough, great decision maker, and he's very capable of it, but that's his next step.
So that's Steve Kerr after the game yesterday, and I don't believe Pods lost the game. I don't think Steve Kerr is saying that at all because he didn't even play the last 5 minutes, 3 seconds. And I thought Pod was balling up into that sequence where he turns it over, he fouls a three-point shooter, takes a three, and he got yanked out of the game. But you play for Steve Kerr. Have you ever heard him that critical? Or what was he? Is this who he is behind the scenes when guys do make mistakes?
He's going to talk to you about it. He's going to tell you what exactly you're doing wrong. Steve Kerr played the game at the highest level. He has 9 championships. So when he talks, if you are a second-year player, you should definitely listen. But, Pods has gotten, he has gotten a lot of time on the court. So Steve Kerr being critical of you after he's giving you time on the court, I feel like that's him showing you love, like telling you this is what you need to do to be successful in the league, not just as a Golden State Warrior. To be successful, Pods has to be a high IQ player. And so far, he's shown you toughness. He's shown you grit. He's shown you high IQ plays. And those things he's talking about, you just can't make those mistakes at the end of games. And these are, like I said, this is just part of the learning process for the Warriors because they're trying to integrate young guys into the roster to play critical roles. And this is part of the growing pains when you have young guys.
What's going on with Buddy Hield? Like, he was hitting everything to start the season. I felt like defensively, whether they weren't attacking him as much, it just felt like he could hang a little better. And the last couple weeks, I think both the shots aren't falling and defensively he's getting hunted. Is he just in a rut?
I mean, one thing I will say when I watch the offense is like he's just getting a lot of tough shots. Like it's really, I mean, I guess he was getting tough shots to start the season as well. But right now he's not really getting open. I feel like the scouting report is out on him and knowing that he's a great shooter. I mean, shooting over 40% from the three-point line. You know that this offense is made for him. But they got to find ways to get him open so that he can continue to contribute because he's a big part of the reason why the bench is one of the best benches in the league. Like his scoring is they need it night in, night out. Like at the end of games, they need it. Like all these things, whenever like last night, one of the adjustments that Steve Kerr made in the Denver game is Steph didn't get a lot of a break. Like every time, they switch up the rotations. You know the times when Steph comes in the game, he leaves halfway through the first. And he comes in halfway through the second. Well, Steve Kerr switched it up. He played almost all through the second. And these are things that, he's taking away. He's making sure Steph is just playing in the game, especially with Draymond out yesterday. But I need the bench. I need the bench. This is Buddy Hield. This is Jonathan Kuminga. This is Brandin Podziemski. These guys are talented. Yep. So this is just, they got to find ways to get the shots for Buddy, and they got to get Jonathan Kuminga aggressive the whole time. Like last night, I love what I saw from JK. JK was incredible. He was hitting the mid-range. He was getting to the cup. These are things that you need every night from him, especially when you're asking for the bag. Like you got to be that guy all the time. That's what gets you that bag.
No doubt about that. And Moses Moody got a little bag as we're talking to Festus Ezeli here on the River Islands guest line. 3 years, $39 million. And I thought he played desperate last night. And he's a guy we talked about on the pregame show that, you know what, maybe he just needs to force his hand. And I thought last night he had some great moments, Festus. Moses Moody, because he stays ready. He never has to get ready because he stays ready. Maybe that was the tipping point for Steve Kerr last night, seeing Moses Moody.
Oh, man. I mean, we've been talking about this for a couple of years now about Moses Moody. Like, he's been the guy ever since he was a rookie. If you put him in a game, he's going to make something good happen. And this season, I see his shot is even better than it's been, and he just continues to make those strides. Talk about high IQ plays. Like, he does it all the time. Last night he was, 4 for 10, but still he was finding ways to be, effective on the floor. So I love Moses' game. I think he could play a great, 3-and-D guy. He's a guy who can, he gets the ball. He can make good plays. I think that, one of the things that second unit might be missing is a ball handler that can get them really involved and engaged. A guy that, get Moses Moody, get Jonathan Kuminga, get Buddy Hield, and then get someone to make sure that Kevon Looney is engaged with that second unit or as a starter, whatever it is. Kevon was great last night. The bigs, they got to find ways to get the bigs to get the guards open. And I think that's one of the things. They have talent. The Warriors, obviously, being up against the Denver Nuggets in their home yesterday, without Draymond Green. The Warriors have the talent to do these things and to win these games. Just got to find ways to stay locked in and focus at the end of games.
I thought that foul on Looney was terrible at the end of the game. And, one thing we didn't touch on last night because we were so, we had technical difficulties. We're kind of just moving and grooving on the postgame show. But
making fun of my video.
Yeah, making fun of your video. But also, Looney fouls out. And not only do you lose your best defender and rebounder, but you lose your best screen setter, which I think hurt the Warriors down the stretch in those last 2.5 where they don't score a basket.
Man, it's always tough to lose Loon. I thought he played incredible basketball yesterday. He had 5 assists, man. All these things are the reason why you love Kevon Looney. His ability to set screens, he has high IQ, he can rebound. And when you're missing Draymond, it makes it so much more imperative to have a guy like that there in the middle of the paint, controlling things, especially against Jokic. Think about the time, they run down in transition and nobody knows who has Jokic a couple of times. And then, that's open 3 right here and the open layup right here. So I thought he made an imprint felt in the game last night, especially when you're playing against a guy as great as Jokic.
I'm watching you guys last night, and you were expressing the concern about the Draymond Green injury. For those that maybe weren't watching last night, or if your opinions changed a little, why don't you express your concern? Because I'm really worried about Draymond and this injury. They need him, and he missed a lot of time in 2022. So why is this such a concerning injury?
Well, in 2022, what did he miss? 20 games? What did he miss with the injury?
I think it was 36. 36 at
30 games.
Yeah.
I mean, it was something that was really small. And then this is actually when I came on to do the job at NBC. So I would go into the facility and I watched Draymond do his rehab. And it was really basic things that they were trying to get him to be able to do again back then. That's how bad it got back then. So now I want him. Now I think what you hear from him, and he said he's afraid. He's just saying that he just has PTSD from back then, something so small becoming so big. So I think it's great that they caught it so early, and he has a chance to hopefully right it, and so it doesn't become something that makes him miss that amount of games. And the Warriors need him.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, I woke up this morning and I got an alert from my Apple Music, and I know some people do Spotify. I do Apple Music because I got this bundle, and it gave me all of my biggest hits of the year of things that I've played, and this song was the one that came up as the one I've played the most this year. All right, little Led Zeppelin, all right, if you will, Going to California. I'm going to ask you, Festus, if you do Spotify Wrapped, which I'm assuming you do, or you do Apple Music, what's the song that's come up the most for you this year?
Wow. I played a lot of Burna Boy this year, a lot of Burna Boy. I'm a big Afro beats guy.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Really?
I don't.
Wow. Oh, I got to get you some Afro beats flavor in your life, man. You need that. You need that. So there's that. There's Thames, some Omale. Oh, I got some good music for you, man. I got to put you on.
Fezzi's diverse when it comes to music, and
yeah, unlike you.
Unlike me, I got a hold of my game. There's no doubt about that. But Fezzi also.
What you got, Bonte? Wait, what's your most?
I've been playing a lot of Kendrick. I've been playing Big X to Plug. Big X to Plug. I don't know why.
Are you Spotify rap too?
No, I use Apple Music.
Me too. I use Apple Music. What about you, Festus?
I'm a Spotify guy.
Spotify, yeah.
I never got to Spotify.
Get it for free, so.
Yeah.
This
Festus Ezeli, where do you be?
It must be nice.
He's a man in the community. Also, too, before we let you go, I was going to ask you about Jokic and how good he is, but we already know how good he is. He's legit. But the community work. I think the reason why the Bay loves you so much is because you've embraced the Bay Area. And we call you Adala Foyle was like this. Adala Foyle, they still love Adala Foyle. I know that's your big bro, but you're always doing something, whether it's the Bayview YMCA, whether it's the tree lighting at Thrive City, but you got something else coming up here that you challenge. So I want you to come on here, and the runway is yours. Take as much time as you need because you're doing something very special for the holidays.
Man, dude, Bonte, thank you for letting me talk about this. So for those who don't know me, obviously I play for the Warriors, but I'm really passionate about using my platform, the platform that basketball gave me, to make a real difference in the life of others. It's a journey that started with me wanting to get back, but it's grown into something that's much bigger than I ever imagined. When I was a kid, I needed someone to care about me. I didn't have all the resources and support that a lot of kids need to succeed. Honestly, there were times where I just wish someone would take an interest in me. That feeling, that need to be seen, that need to be heard, that drives me today. As a rookie in the NBA, I started looking for ways to connect with kids and to help fill that gap. So I started working with the YMCA Bayview's Hunters Point. It's the toughest neighborhood in San Francisco, one of them. And it all started with this community event that I did with the Warriors back there. Took a group of kids bowling. It was part of a fundraiser. Now, being around NBA players was a huge deal for these kids. They were so excited, but at the same time, I noticed that they weren't just excited to meet the players. They were also kind of shocked at how down to earth we all were. At the end of the event, the kids invited me to come visit the facility. I was like, yeah, I'll come. But they looked at me kind of disappointed, like, you guys always say you're going to come and you never do. And that hit me hard. I was like, we got to make this happen. So a few days later after practice, I went there, walked in. They were so happy, so joyful. They wanted to show me everywhere, all around the facility, show me where they spend time after school. That's when we started creating programs. First, I did a basketball camp with them. I did Thanksgiving events with them every year. And now we're adding Christmas events, and I'm throwing a holiday party. Over time, the Warriors also got involved. They helped renovate the basketball gym there, which has made such a difference. So the heart of all this, what really drives me is if we can show these kids that they're seen, that they're cared about at a young age, that it can change lives. It's so easy to think about, it's just toys or food, but what I learned that it's about the love, the attention we give these kids. So that's what really sticks with them. This Christmas is going to be something special. It's a holiday event. We're going to have dinner, presents, and I did a little mini fundraiser on social media where I get to, I want people to just donate to the Bayview YMCA. If you give it to me, I said the last 24 hours I was going to match it. But up until December 19th, I'm going to be taking donations. And I put the Venmo on my account on Instagram at FezzyFel. That's also my Venmo at FezzyFel, FezzyFel. And if you donate straight to the kids. And it's just important for us this holiday season to continue to support our local community here.
Dude, that hits me in my core. That's freaking awesome. So if people want to help out, they want to donate, because we played Bayview YMCA on the 20th of December at Bayview YMCA at 8 p.m., which is the same day as our Doobie Awards. How can people help again? Say that again.
You could donate. Actually, you could donate. You could put it to my Venmo, and I'm going to donate to them. I'm going to match it. I'm going to do it again. The last 24 hours I did it, people donated about $4,000. So at FezzyFel, FezzyFel, or I'm going to post the links directly to the Bayview YMCA for you to just click and donate to them directly. If you want to do that, get the tax credit as well. But it's really about just throwing a party. It's a back-to-school giveaway as well, so they can buy school supplies and, buy winter coats and all the things they need. So, Bonte, also, thank you, man. Thank you, Shasky, for giving me this platform.
Well, thank you for opening that up, because it makes us want to do more community work. Yeah. I know you got some money coming from us as well. So we'll do that. You'll get something from me. You'll get something from Shasky. But this is why we love you, Fezzy, because on the court, you are a beast. But off the court, I think you're better off the court, man. In the community, man. We have a lot of fun on the pre- and post-game shows, but what you do in the community, helping out kids, helping out communities left and right, it's what's made you so lovable out here. You only play here for, 3 years, and everybody loves you. 4 years, and everybody still loves you like you're a Hall of Famer, Fezzy. So you are a Hall of Famer in a lot of people's minds. And what you do in the community, man, in our city, the city that we grew up in, we can't thank you enough.
It's incredible.
In those 4 years, we got to do something really special. We won a championship, and we broke the record for most wins in the history in the NBA. So the love here I have from the Bay Area is forever. And obviously the teammates I play with are still playing here. So I got so much love to give the Bay, to give the Warriors. And let's just have some fun. Oh, also, tonight at Chase Center, actually, this is another really important thing. We're doing a pitch competition. You're going to have judges like E40. You got Baron Davis. You got Nicole Lacob, who's the wife of the Golden State Warriors owner, who runs the Warriors Foundation. They're going to be judging pitch competition at Chase Center. Tickets are free. I'm going to post it right now on my Instagram for you to register and just come. You could also win while you're there, win NBA All-Star tickets. So I'm just putting y'all on game because I know people have been supporting me. This is my way of giving back. If we already have like 800 RSVPs, but we'll always take more. Please, people, show up. Come check us out, because it's going to be a lot of, information for the NBA All-Star weekend as well. So It's an event at Chase Center tonight at 6:30.
You and Zena are going to be emceeing this bad boy, right?
Me and Zena are going to be emceeing it for sure. Yeah. So like I said, it's a preview to NBA All-Star Weekend. It's going to be a lot of stuff happening.
I got to deal with Fezzi and Zena at the Gatehouse Friday night. It's going to be a who's who, boy. Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, if you don't want to do it, I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'm always available.
You want to come down? I thought you had Shasky's. He always says he's available. Then he's like, "Well, I got to coach. I got to play softball. I got to work out. I got baby LJ."
The reason why
he works till 9 o'clock at night, so he says that, and it sounds good.
No, time out. Let's call it what it is. And I'm being dead serious here. I'm not trying to pat myself on that, but I love my community. And one of the things that my dad spent his entire life giving back. He wasn't the perfect person by any means, but he always gave back to the kids in the neighborhood. And there were a lot of kids that didn't have a father figure or a positive male influence or whatever. And he would all just pop in the truck and go. And I look back on that and I'm like, and I'm tearing up thinking about it. It does matter to help out our community. And whether it's financially, whether it's volunteering or whatever, this hits me in the soul. And I already knew you were a good person, but that's why I want to put light on things like this. It means a lot to me, dude. It means a lot to me.
I appreciate that. I love hearing that about your pops. And we need a lot of good people. A lot of people kind of are sleeping on San Francisco, too. I think that having an NBA All-Star Weekend, I feel like it's also made me kind of protect San Francisco more when people talk about it. So NBA All-Star Weekend is going to be a really good time for us to show the whole world how special the Bay Area is in general, everywhere, from Oakland to San Francisco, San Jose. We're going to do a good job of trying to highlight the Bay. But please, everyone, whether it's community events like this or things where, we're doing stuff at Chase Center, I want y'all to show up, come show out, and let's have some fun.
Absolutely. We'll be matching that as well.
Awesome.
Festus Ezeli. We had a lot of fun last night. Our cameras went out. Technology was going all bad. But we kept our composure. Fezzi.
Man, we've been through it all, Bonte. So we know how to have some fun regardless of whatever's going on. Even when I first started doing this job, wins and losses used to affect me. But now we're finding ways to bring light and, bring joy anyway to people who are watching. We're going to be all right. These are the tough times of the season, losing 5 in a row. These are tough times of the season that build the strength and the unity that you have later in the season whenever you go through adversity. So I think the Warriors are going to be fine.
There it is. Now I feel so much better.
Don't panic.
Yeah, pivot. Don't
losses hurt Bonte still.
No. Dumb ideas like baseball's golden rule. We'll explain that one later, Fezzi. That bothers me. We're trying to ruin the game of baseball. That's what bothers me. The losses last night. There were some positives.
See you, Festus. Good luck tonight.
All right, Fezzi. We'll see you later. Good luck tonight, man.
All right.
Love that guy.
Festus Ezeli on the River Island Test Line. He's really good guy.
He's just genuine.